Boom. Just like that. Another week went by, and here we are again. Another episode of the official McCoy podcast. I am your host, your guide on this journey, your tour guide on this journey through the world of sports and life and cultural updates, Jelani McCoy. This podcast is always brought to you by the good folks here at Officialized Media and the No Coast Beer Company. Hope you're having a good week. It's hump day. Is it hump day? Yes, it is hump day. Let's get straight into it. Not a lot of news going on in the NFL. It's quiet. Super Bowl. So everybody's on the Super Bowl hangover. A little bit of news. Joe Flacco agreed to be where was that? The Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos agreed in principle to trade Joe Flacco on March 13th or whatever that date is. So Joe Flacco's headed over to the Denver Broncos. I see no wrong here. Sucks for the homie Case Keenum. I love Case Keenum. He's a baller. He balls out. You know, everywhere he goes, he maximizes his opportunity. But they're bringing somebody over on the top of you, Case Keenum. His name is Joe Flacco, and he's got a Super Bowl ring. And the MVP, didn't he win a Super Bowl MVP? He's got a Super Bowl ring, got a big bag. Now he's going to be sitting over the top of you. Elway's got to figure out the quarterback situation in Denver, so that may be a good look. Kareem Hunt signs with the Browns. How we feel about Kareem Hunt signing with the Browns? Does Kareem Hunt deserve a second chance, a shot at redemption? I think everybody does. I have a daughter. You know what I mean? Everybody knows about his transgressions, the things that happened with Kareem Hunt when he was released, having a fantastic season with the Kansas City Chiefs. So Kareem Hunt's going to be back in the league with the Browns. Shout out to the Browns. The Browns they're used to dealing with stuff down there in Cleveland. They had Josh Gordon. You know, they've had a history of players that may have run a little foul of the shield over in Cleveland. So it's a good look for Kareem Hunt, excuse me. It's a good look for the Browns. Happy, I guess. I mean, I messed up one time or two in my life. I got a second chance. Nothing wrong with anybody getting a certain chance. Antonio Brown saga. What's AB going to do? He tweeted or posted that it's time to leave Pittsburgh. Thanked them for their years of service. That whole situation got away from Pittsburgh. Missing out on Le'Veon Bell. Now they're about to miss out on AB potentially. Owner says he's going to be able to clear things up, but we don't know. We don't know what AB's thinking. I know what AB's thinking, and I know what needs to happen here. AB just needs to come on over to San Francisco. We need a wide receiver. We got some openings. We'll take Earl Thomas too. Earl Thomas is a free agent, right? We'll take Earl Thomas. Take the Legion of Boom duo in San Francisco. Richard Sherman, Earl Thomas. Give us another Seattle Seahawks secondary or Legion of Boom member. We'll take that. Let's get Cam Chancellor out of retirement. Kyler Murray decides to play football. Good for him. Baseball just takes too long, man. I know he got some money in his pocket. You know, was drafted high at 9, but when realistically, as a baseball player, when do you play? Even as a number 9 draft pick, Justin. How long does it take for you to touch Major League Baseball? Couple years. You're going to sit around, you know what I mean, in AAA, AA, down somewhere in Mississippi with the Mississippi Mud Ducks or whatever they're called, and double AAA and the Stockton potato chips. You know, they got the weird names in AAA. You know what I mean? The Minnesota Trash Bags. You know what I mean? They got just one of the names of AAA. They got great logos. Love the hats. But yeah, I wouldn't want to sit around taking buses everywhere and double and treated rates, traveling like Chattanooga, Mississippi, playing AA and AAA ball. Might as well learn in the NFL behind some great quarterback. He's got all the measurables, except for not measuring well in height. They talk about his explosiveness, his arm. We'll see. It's going to be a good look for football that he decided on football. They can use a couple more exciting players in the NFL. Baseball just lost one, I guess. I never really watched him. Is Kyler Murray good in baseball? Have you seen him play? Yeah. I haven't seen anything outstanding. You might get your head mushed in a little bit in the NFL, but it's worth it. The contracts are becoming more guaranteed, especially for a quarterback. If he falls in the first round because he's a story, or somebody takes a risk on him, that's a good look for Kyler Murray. Try to tell that young man what he should do about his career. Happy for him. Good luck in the NFL and during the combine. Let's cross this thing on over to the NBA. The Lakers fell under 500. Everybody's tripping out. Are the Lakers going to the playoffs? Are the Lakers tanking? What's going on? This all went south when LeBron's growing injury happened and they couldn't hold down that fourth spot. See, that was the window that Magic and Pelinka and even LeBron was looking at for this young core that everybody likes to speak of for the Lakers. If they could have held down that 4 spot, maybe slide down to 6, maybe 7, definitely not all the way out the playoffs, then we got something to talk about. LeBron wouldn't be trying to trade the whole team away, or Magic, whoever is up to it, wouldn't be trying to trade the home team away because you guys would have held down that 4, 5, 6 spot, whatever that was, while LeBron was gone, and it would look something like a real core to build around. As of now, it's the same team minus LeBron. It almost might be time. LA's gonna hate this because it's a reality check for Los Angeles right now. They're not really happy with LeBron not being in contention for the playoffs. But I got to be honest with you, if things don't start clearing up somewhere near close to after All-Star break, they might shut LeBron down. Y'all gonna hate it in Staples. You spent your extra bread. They put the 2X on the tickets because LeBron James was coming in there to the Staples Center. So you bought your tickets thinking he's gonna play the full 82 games. I don't know if it's gonna happen. James Harden, 30-30, 30 points, 30 straight games. It's a big deal. Michael Jordan made a comment saying it's harder to win 6 titles than it is to have, what was it, Russell Westbrook's 8 straight triple-doubles or 30 for 30 for James Harden. So Jordan made a comment about it. It's easy, harder to win 6 rings. Of course it is, Mike. And of course, and I hope everybody out there that's watching all these efforts by today's NBA players are not fooled. The postseason is what wins in the NBA. NBA isn't a really regular season thing anymore. Top-notch talent acknowledges that they want to make a run at the postseason. And that's what the NBA does well, is the postseason. 7-game series all the way around. So, got to make it to the postseason. I don't know if the Lakers are going to. I'm going to step out on a limb and say the Lakers make it to the postseason. Lonzo comes back. Things start meshing. Maybe they go on an 8-game win streak, slide into an 8 spot. Maybe have to play Golden State and get worked over. But that's what it is. I mean, we just got to get back in the playoffs or LA is going to freak out. Speaking of freaking out, Paul George is freaking out of late. I don't know if people have been noticing. Paul George been nice for a minute. He's been popping since his demo. And now he's up. I mean, he could be in the MVP talk. He got Russell Westbrook calm down out there. You don't have to play like the Tasmanian devil. He can go out there and facilitate and be a real point guard. And it looks like he's having fun. They got their personalities mesh well. So Paul George is looking good. Russell Westbrook is settling in. Look like he's healing up, getting used to the new baby. Paul George is basically unstoppable. Is Paul George the best 2-way player in the league, or is Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi? We going with Kawhi over PG? I don't know. Paul George got too much O. Kawhi is obviously a fantastic 2-way player. But Paul George is there's something about his offense and his pace to the game, and the way he moves and Mr. Smooth and the way he gets buckets. Plus, he's a killer from catch and shoot, catching and pulling that thing right in your face, or he's putting it on the deck and getting by you. Paul George got a lot of ism. Kawhi got some ism to him, but Paul George is a little different. So I'm going to give him the nod for best 2-way player in the league. I may give him the nod for MVP right now. Who's a better MVP candidate than Paul George at the moment? And in the NBA, it rotates. It's not an MVP candidate for the full 82 games. There's a lot of ups and downs, guys in and out of the lineup. So right now, I'm rolling with Paul George for the MVP. I'm also rolling with JoJo. Man, JoJo be out there acting a damn fool, man. You got to love a guy who sits in the crowd in the middle of games after they take him out. And you got to love a guy who gets to say what he gets to say at the press conference.
And get ourselves ready.
Joe, do you expect to play tomorrow?
I don't know why not.
Thanks, guys.
Nobody for his suck.
He's up there with beast mode now in these press. You know what? Actually, there's another thing the NBA does great: the press conferences. Right? NBA players are pretty much the first ones, I think, to start cussing after the games. You know, Kobe used to drop F-bombs after games when reporters used to talk to him. Now they got Joel Embiid taking over. KD's funny during press conferences. James Harden is funny during press conferences. Westbrook, the long season of the NBA, the ups and downs of the NBA, all the emotions. Just, you get tired of those cameras and questions all in your face. Seen LeBron James act a fool at the press conference telling everybody they got to do better, be better tomorrow. It's annoying. Some of the questions are annoying. A lot of the journalists are regurgitating the same questions, or they're just reaching and looking for sound bites. So I'm glad the NBA guys are having fun with it. When I was in the league, that was a big no-no. Now it's, you know what I mean, more player-driven. A lot of people, NBA does a good job of getting out the way, but policing at the same time. Shout out to the NBA and the post-game interviews. They're a thing to watch. You should check them out. IT is about to be back in Denver. Do we care? Is anybody looking for Isaiah Thomas? No? Is Isaiah Thomas time came and went, come and gone? How do you say that? Is it over for IT? I don't think so. I think it's still a place for IT in this league. And after what Boston did to him, I hope he comes back and, you know, gets his worth and value back up and is able to get some of his money back that he left on the deck, man, from the injuries and the way how Boston played him out. For the players, can he return to form? Think so. They got a good training staff in Denver. Steve Hess, strength and conditioning coach. I'm pretty sure you've seen him on the sideline. Buff dude with a tan from South Africa. He's amazing. They still got Porter over there rehabbing, who was everybody said was the most talented player in the draft. So look out for Denver. Look out for IT coming back. If they get Porter coming back in the same year, they might be able to make some waves in the playoffs. You know who's not making waves? The Pelicans. Man, the Pelicans looking bad right now. I don't know. I just don't understand the method to the madness. They got AD over there. AD plays and he doesn't play. They got Saints ownership over there. I'm not sure they understand NBA basketball, so they don't really care. They just want to sell a couple tickets for the rest of the year. But the franchise looking sorry, right? Smoothie King Arena. Isn't that what they play in? The Smoothie King Arena. Everything about the whole Pelican situation is just looking weird. You know, love the NO. It's a good sports city, but they're not doing that fan base any justice. They're looking silly, man. We got to be honest. Should have took that deal. He wasn't going to keep him anyway. Now you're stuck trying to figure out if you're going to re-sign Julius Randle and a couple other pieces you have. Pelicans, good job, man. Shout out to Pelicans. They did nothing for themselves this year in 2019. They had an opportunity cook up a whole new team, get some assets, and be in the swing this summer for free agents, trades, cap relief, anything that they wanted was in their grasp, but they let it fall through their hands. So shout out to Pelicans for not representing. It's been hard in New Orleans this year, right? Whatever happened with the Saints went through it, got a chance, got their opportunity to go to the Super Bowl taken away, and now the Pelicans situation down there in NO. And y'all got to get that figured out. Too good of a city, too good of a sports town to have the Pelicans and the Saints looking like this. NCAA news: Duke completes a 23-point comeback in the second half. I didn't watch the game. I'm not going to front. Who did they play? Louisville. Oh, the highlight of that game was not the 23-point comeback. The highlight of that game was the absence of Papa John's. Papa John's done switched up, y'all. The nerve of Papa John's. They caught Papa John's in the back in a Kentucky jersey of all things. Then Kentucky lost. That's what you get for riding with Papa. Isn't that like a big no-no? I thought Louisville and Kentucky were like huge rivals, right? So now you're just gonna switch over to the Blues? That was weird. That's why Kentucky lost. You can't just be accepting Papa John's from the rival Louisville Cardinals, thinking you're gonna do some good for the program. Pretty sure the check cleared though. Maybe he donated to the student services or the athletic department bookstore or whatever they got going on in Kentucky. So shout out Kentucky taking Papa John off of Louisville's hands, because Louisville had enough going on in the last couple of years. They had the Patino scandal, a lot going on in Louisville. Good to see Papa John staying in the state of Kentucky, but moving over to the Wildcats. Let's see how that works out. What's going on in UCLA, man? My beloved Bruins. What's going on in Westwood, man? What the hell is going on? We need a complete overhaul of the program. Pauley Pavilion, the beautiful Pauley Pavilion, is looking a little bare and barren these days. It's not a good look. It's going to be interesting this spring, summer, to see how the coaching situation goes, because college basketball without UCLA being mentioned with the names of Kansas and Michigan States and Kentucky's and everybody else in the scope of the NCAA basketball, when UCLA is missing, is just off. Just off. So I hope everything works out in Westwood. Shout out to the guys on the team this year. I know they've been through a lot. Hope everybody finishes up healthy, and I hope we can restore some culture back to Westwood. We're missing culture. We can't keep relying on the days of John Wooden and Bill Walton and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. There's been some other teams that came through there right now. Some other players in the program that can help out. I hope they get an opportunity to lend some advice to the powers that be, because we need some help at UCLA. What else is going on? What else we got, Justin? Jay, what's his name? Ja Morant. Is Ja Morant the truth? He's looking like it. I mean, who's supposed to stop that at the end of the day? NBA, there's going to be a lot more spacing on the court. You're not going to be able to touch him. He's looking like a top pick. Somebody's going to take a chance on him. If they took a chance on, what's the kid's name? Atlanta Hawks? I'm blanking. Oklahoma? Trae Young. If you take a chance on Trae Young, you got to take a chance on Ja. Plus, he got the dope name. When it has to name, your name has to look good, and like Ja Morant looks good. It's going to look good on the back of a jersey. On somebody's NBA team. Let's move over to the culture update. There's been some interesting things happening in the culture. If you're paying attention to things like this, if they bother you, some people aren't bothered by Gucci, Prada, or Montclair making blackface products. Why? I don't understand. And why is it all this season? It's weird. Why are these fashion houses all releasing blackface products this season? What happened? Where did we go wrong? Is it too much? We gotta stop wearing this Gucci, Prada, Montclair, Balenciaga. We gotta stop it. We gotta stop with the nonsense, man. These brands, these companies, they don't respect the community. They don't respect anything, really. If you're making blackface products, I mean, come on. Then we learn from what's the other H&M, right? Didn't they fade H&M out for this already? So Gucci, Prada, and Montclair didn't think anybody was gonna notice and came out with the blackface. What if black people started doing whiteface? Would that be insulting? Justin, would you be insulted if I did this podcast in whiteface? Would you guys? Is that pushing the line a little bit? I'm definitely going to have to answer a lot of questions, and your ass might get fired. Low key, you still go into the office as a black dude in whiteface and see what happens. Or the other way around. You shouldn't beat your face. The whole other face, you know what I mean? Black people can't be white-faced. Or can they? It's not offensive when Snoop does the white guy, is it? Everybody seems to laugh when Snoop does the white guy. Forgot his name, and he does the hair. I mean, White Chicks was funny. The Wayans brothers when they were white chicks. Childish Gambino got off whiteface, kinda, right? What was that guy's name? And that Perkins, Teddy Perkins, right? I don't know. Can black guys go whiteface without any backlash or any social media roasting? That's like what was that? Tropic Thunder. When dude goes, you never go full. You can't go all the way. You can't go full. You can't use that word. I don't want to get roasted over the internet, so you can't go full. You seen the movie. You know what's following. But you can't. If you're a black guy, you can't go. I get it. I know how we can get this off. You have to be full white guy. You can't go white face. Like if you're a black guy and you just do a white face, but how you gonna do the lips? Because if you do the black face right, they got the big red lips and the little. How are you gonna do the lips? So if we're gonna be completely insulting, are we gonna do like no lips for white people? Is that insulting? I got it, fellas. If you're gonna go white face, you got to go. What's his name? Perkins. You got to go Teddy Perkins or Snoop's guy. You got to go full. They have to see the white hand and everything. Black face, white face. Don't be anybody's face. It's offensive right now, especially for the black culture. We taking a lot going on right now, man. And I know I'm personally speaking up for my color of emojis because that's what I am. I love everybody, but it's hard on the brothers right now, man. You can't even buy your luxury items without being insulted. You know what I mean? You think you made it. You at the top. You got some money in the bank. You're buying your Gucci, your Prada, your Montclair, and they're telling you you're a monkey. Thank you, monkey, for the $1,600 for this wallet. You know what I mean? Totally uncool. That's got to be so. What's going to happen? Everybody, I hear a lot of people, influencers, T.I., everybody. Seen everybody on Instagram talking about boycott Gucci, Prada, and Montclair. Shit. More than half the people you asked to boycott it couldn't afford it anyway. So it's always good to, with these boycotts, at the end of the day, it's always good when people, who are looked up into in the community ask people to boycott these designers and support, black businesses, minority businesses, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, who gonna stop Floyd Mayweather from wearing all that? What's he gonna move to? Because Floyd's whole closet is probably Gucci, Prada, Montclair. So what's Floyd gonna do? Is Floyd gonna boycott? Are we all supposed to buy a Big Baller brand? Are we all supposed to buy TMT gear? I don't know. It's a lot of dope bands, dope designers around here. If you like clothes and fashion and you're into that type of stuff, then maybe you support, maybe you don't. Another good news in the culture. 21 Savage is out. It's good news, man. Good news. 21 Savage is out on bond. Let's say I don't never want to be out on bond. That just sounds like something you don't want to be. You never want to be out on bond. Don't do crime, and don't be a positive influence for kids while you're singing hip hop, because they'll lock your ass up once you start telling kids to stop drinking lean and wearing jewelry and be worried about Prada and Montclair. But why did they leave J. Cole alone? Why did they leave J. Cole alone, but they attacked 21 Savage for trying to change his life? Is it because J. Cole already came out as the anti-label or branded or whatever all this Gucci stuff is? I don't know. It's interesting. But 21 Savage is good. It's good to see his family get a chance to get his life back on track and not being in the system. Nobody wants to be in the system. That's pretty much it. That's what I got for you today. I know Liam's movie came out. Y'all see Liam dropped a movie. I wonder how that did. We got to get some numbers on how Liam's movie did after he was running around looking to kill somebody. I hope it flopped. And I heard they're taking, what did they edit some of his scenes out of another movie? Who knows? Liam, you got to take this L. Gucci, Prada, Montclair, take this L. Laker fans, we might have to take an L. Yeah, we might have to take an L in a minute. Stay tuned. Hopefully something miraculous happens and we have a beautiful run at the playoffs, but maybe it doesn't. UCLA, take this L. It's taking L Wednesdays. It's hump day. You got to take the good with the bad. Hopefully you don't take an L today. I'm going to try not to. Pelicans taking the L. Don't take L's. Try not to take L's. And if you take an L, take it on the chin. Pick yourself up and get you a victory the next time out. That's what I got for you this week. Not a lot going on. So that's what I got for you. Sorry. Blame sports and media and people being boring this week. That's what I got for you. That's what I paid attention to. This has been the official McCoy podcast. Shout out to No Coast and the people, the good folks here at Officialized Media. Thanks to Justin, the guy behind the third wall that you hear speak up every now and then. Does a fantastic job. And thanks to you for listening and supporting us on the official McCoy podcast. Hope you have a good rest of your week. We'll see you next week.